Hey everybody, and welcome back to Psychology Geek. In today's video, we are talking about 10 psychological facts about crushes. Before we go straight into the video, please subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. You might be finding yourself very attracted to someone at the moment. Attraction is something most of us experience throughout our lives, and crushes can be incredibly powerful. You're wondering maybe someone has a crush on you or how to attract that special person. A crush is an intense feeling of affection towards another person. Almost everyone once in a while has had a crush on someone. There might be some people who have had 2 or 3 crushes in their life. It's not uncommon to have a crush on someone. There are several factors that go into why we develop feelings for one person over another. To understand why we feel things like envy, attraction, and even lust, we need to first understand how our brain works to form these types of associations between people and objects. People often exhibit what psychologists call positive bias when forming new relationships with others. That means that we tend to ascribe more positive attributes to those around us than negative ones. Some other interesting psychological facts related to attraction include how people of both sexes usually favour mates who display high levels of symmetry in facial features. But there are certain kinds of asymmetry that women prefer over men. Here are the 10 facts about crushes. When you have a crush on someone, you tend to overlook and ignore the flaws of the person, causing them to appear perfect. To the point when you think he's the perfect guy and you're in love, it's the same way the other way around. Same goes for men when they see a girl. She appears to be perfect in every possible way. Different studies show that the prolonging of eye contact increases attraction and attachment to that person. So if you want to appear more attractive to your crush, be sure to look them in the eye. Psychology says that when a guy has a crush on a girl, he looks into her eyes, and when a girl likes a boy, she looks away and doesn't have proper eye contact with him. A crush lasts only 4 months. If a crush still continues, it means you're in love. Your crush sees you 20% more attractive than you think you are. And we also know that a strong sense of humour is generally associated with intelligence and honesty. This is one of the reasons that women are attracted to funny guys. A study published in Science found that people are drawn to individuals with a good sense of humour, particularly when it comes to long-term relationships. So if you're looking for your soulmate, remember, nothing's more attractive than someone who can make you laugh and smile. And we've learned most people prefer authenticity over pretense any day of the week. In other words, don't hide those quirks. Bring them out in the open and have fun. Perhaps one of your favourite findings have been that people overwhelmingly like their partners because they're easy to get along with. Not only do they share similar interests and hobbies, but they also enjoy each other's company. In other words, the best way to attract someone is by spending time together, doing what you love. Guys don't look for good-looking, they prefer neat and presentable girls. Sounds and smells play a role in having a crush on someone. It seems fairly obvious to say sight plays a role in attraction. We tend to feature our initial attraction to someone based on how they look. However, it isn't the only sense that matters. Both sound and smell also have a big part to play in a crush developing, even having a crush on someone you barely know. The study shows that it seems that a person's voice and their scent are important to their initial attractiveness. It makes sense, as together with how they look, these 2 factors are things you perceive very quickly when meeting someone. So although you may not realise it, it could be more than exactly your crush's looks that you're attracted to. Which means we tend to be most attracted to people who remind us of something we already love, like our favourite perfume or cologne. And when you think about it, it makes perfect sense. Our sense of smell is closely tied into our limbic system, that emotional brain that controls things like memory and reward-seeking behaviour. Opposites do attract. You get attracted to somebody who is incompatible to you. You keep thinking about that person, and with time you realise that you have a crush on them, or this might be love. Many great researchers looked into this term, and they specially looked at the genetic blueprints, known as HLA complexes. They found that women are more attracted to those with different HLA complexes to themselves. It would seem, therefore, that opposites do indeed attract, and who you get a crush on could come down to different genetic blueprints. Communication is such a fickle thing, and the lines of communication can become blurred every so often, especially when love and feelings are involved. It happens to the best of us. Even those who think that they are immune to the confusion of conflict can find themselves drawn into a communication breakdown when they least expect it, and chaos ensues. Just because something isn't spoken about doesn't mean it's not important. When people feel guilt or stress, it leads them to act in funny ways. Often, stress and guilt are barriers to communication. The key to overcoming them is to recognise what it is and have the courage to talk about it. You might be able to do it as a couple, or you might want a friend to help who can listen to the way you are communicating with each other and offer insight and advice. Sometimes you get so wrapped up in your own emotions that you forget to think of the other person. You also need to entertain the possibility that you are misinterpreting each other. Talking about it is the way to expose the miscommunication and let the healing begin. If you want to create an instant link with your crush, say their name twice in a conversation and try to make the conversation more interesting, and try not to pretend. Then you might be able to spice things up with your crush. Having a crush on someone adds excitement. Women love to dream and fantasize just as much as the guys do. Having a secret crush on someone you don't talk to adds a bit of excitement to our lives without getting co-workers or the neighbours involved. You start looking at things differently whenever they are around. Is the grass greener over there? One of the reasons you may be crushing on someone else other than your man is because you think that the grass looks greener on the other side. This is especially true when you are having relationship problems and you start thinking that the next guy might just be better for you. We start looking for someone to fall for, but this could be and probably is dangerous if he is a co-worker or a close neighbour. You should probably resist the temptation of having a crush on them at all costs. However, if the crush is on a famous celebrity, then crush away to your heart's content. There's not much harm in that, and it will pass. Either way, if you are having a crush on someone you don't talk to or on someone you barely know, you should take a closer look at your own relationship and decide whether or not it is worth saving. Red is often associated with attraction and longing. One study looked at the effects colour has on heterosexual men's judgment on the attractiveness of various women. It found that men who wear red colour are often more attractive to women. This is because our society associates red with passion, and so did these participants. The study only looked at heterosexual attraction, and so it's unclear whether the same effect would be found in the same-sex attraction. So that people found red colour more attractive, and if your crush is wearing red colour, you'll get more attracted towards them and can't take your eyes off them. Studies have shown that getting flirtatious can increase feelings of self-confidence and happiness while reducing anxiety and depression. So if you think your crush could be onto something good, it might be worth giving flirting a try. Flirting is just one component of dating. There are plenty more things to consider before taking things to another level, like making sure they're not still hung up on their ex. So continue with carefulness and make sure you know what you're looking for before making any moves. If you're looking to attract someone, compliments are your secret weapon. A recent study published in Psychology of Women Quarterly found that men tended to give more compliments when attracted to someone. So if you've got an upcoming first date or just want to break the ice with a co-worker or classmate, all it takes is a simple compliment, and as they say, the rest is history. In other words, flattery will get you everywhere. Having high self-esteem is a plus point, and it also makes you more attractive. If you're looking for love, even if they don't always say it out loud, people are usually attracted to those who believe in themselves and aren't afraid to express their opinions or their feelings. So keep an open mind when dating and try not to be so critical of yourself. Also, let your date do most of the talking on the first date. That's why it's called getting to know each other. It is natural that men tend to lower their voice when they talk to their crush. They try to attract their crush by showing self-esteem. Women also do that when they talk to their crush. When you have a crush on someone, you get butterflies in your stomach. When you see your crush, it causes a stress response caused by adrenaline. You may also have imaginary conversations in your head with your crush as well. Remember that when a boy or girl likes you, they play with their hair while talking to you. Falling in love is a powerful thing which has a profound effect on our behaviour. Love or having strong crushes on someone, even if it's someone you don't talk to, causes a lot of psychological changes on the body. It releases chemicals which have the effect of making us feeling good. Our cheeks flush pink, our palms sweat, and our heart races. If you've been crushing for a while and you feel good vibes coming from him or her too, make a move. Your secret love can never stay secret forever.